Bah. Hi everyone. Today we're going to talk about women. Yeah. Look, I'm a young guy. I may not have enough, I think I have enough experience. But I think I have enough of an experience to talk about what women want. But I don't think I want to talk about it because I still have so much to learn and I don't know if I'm the expert on this opinion. That's just not something right now I want to talk about. But instead, I want to talk about keeping record of yourself. Today, I find that when I read back to my journal entries, I found that periodically I have been writing about the same things, which is sleep, consistency, and some specific patterns happening in my life. I saw that for almost a year or 2 years or so, I've been encountering the same problems. Even though I fixed some of them, some of the main problems still stay the same. They are not changing. Because I have realized that, I was able to solve some of those problems. For example, with my sleep, like with my nutrition habits, with my social media habits. Like I haven't been watching that many YouTube shorts, I haven't been going into Instagram. Those were viable because I've been keeping track of myself. As you can see, there's a habit tracker there. On top there is something that the dorm put. It's not related to me, but the one with the dots on it is the habit tracker. I've been doing a habit tracker since it's going to be almost 2 years now. I think towards August or so. I'm not sure. But when I started doing that, I did not know how many, I did not have statistics of my life. So it was all relative experience. And the human mind tends to forget. It tends to forget what is happening repetitively. So you may miss some points, that you may miss some lessons that you were to learn if you were to know about a certain thing that you're repeating. But because you're not keeping track of yourself, you do not know that thing is happening regularly. So keep track of yourself. Use a habit tracker. Journal mostly. I would say journaling every day is in any case a positive experience, and it will make your life better than if you were not to journal. Yeah. You can also, if you're going to the gym, you can keep track of your weight. You can do body pictures every week to see how your body composition is going. You can track your weight. But basically, like James Clear said in Atomic Habits, that whatever gets measured can be improved. If you do not know where you are, you will not know how to improve. This is the same case across everything. You have to know what's actually happening for you to be able to improve it. For example, right now, as I'm recording these videos, I am keeping track. I'm keeping track of how many views those videos got, how many comments, how many likes, how many subscribers I got after a certain video, how many minutes a video is, how content I am with it. I know all of this because I keep a record of them. Because I am trying to improve a certain habit, for example, recording in this case, so so I can reach a point where I'm satisfied with my skill, and then I will of course be not satisfied and look for more, try to improve in more ways than another, but I'm gonna come in a second. What is recorded, what is measured can be improved. So I'll talk about video and I'll talk about how you can record your life, but let me tell you how exactly just recording your life could change it. I will give an example from my life, which started when I started to record what I ate in a day. Basically, every day I have a little notebook that I feel like 3 notebooks ever since I started, but I had a little notebook that I write down what I ate in a day for any day, any and every day. If you were to eat like a handful of nuts, I wrote it there. If I were to drink like 2 cups of Coke, I wrote it there. Sometimes I got it up a step further, and I just I also put down the calories, how many calories were the thing that I ate, that I consumed. But mostly I do not, because now I got the hang of it. So I know what I need to eat to lose weight. I know when I am overeating. For example, today I overeat, and I usually try to stick to 1 meal per day. I do not want to get to the specifics of the diet here to not stray off the topic. Once I started to write down what I ate in a day, I started to realize the patterns. Because human behavior is not random. If you do something once, you will do it twice. It's not random. It's almost always repeated. Every kind of behavior there is. And once you start seeing the patterns and you actually acknowledge what is there, you just taken something from the abyss, from the unknown, and made it known. Now you can reach it. Now you can change it. Because there is a part where you know you have to change something, but because you haven't started making some connections to it, you haven't started digging into it, it feels like it feels paranormal even. It feels like a ghost that you cannot touch. It feels like a foe that it is only in your dreams, only in your imagination, and you cannot beat it. That is why you have to get down with it. That is why you have to know the nature of what you're dealing with, because once you know it, you realize it is not as scary as you thought. This will what happen when you start to record your life. You will start to get familiar with the things that you were scared of. You will start to realize that you are actually not going to the gym that often. You will start to realize that actually you're doing this thing that you weren't even aware of every day. For example, when you start to track down your thoughts because you're using a journal and writing down the thoughts you had that day, you will start to realize patterns that you did not know were in you, that you didn't think it was like you. That is when you can start to change things for the better. That is when you can start to make things into what you want them to be. That is why you must keep record of what you do. Because if you do not keep record, you will not know what's going on. And without knowing what's going on, you cannot improve a single thing. Keep a journal, use a habit tracker, try to record your life. Videos. you're most likely not going to check them out. Like I have videos like this, maybe 50 to 70 of them I've recorded in the past since I started recording videos, and I only just posted 5 of them so far, but I didn't even get to see many of them. I only like looked back for like a minute or so since I started recording videos, but that minute has acted like a ignition for me to remember what I was going through in that time period of the video, that when it was filmed. That allowed me to change something that I have been avoiding since. This allows you a like memories is hard to remember if there is nothing to kindle them. These tracks of your life acts as a kindle to your memories, so you remember what's actually going on in that period of life. You remember the lessons, because God knows we need to be reminded of the lessons that we once learned. Humans forget very quick, and we have to be reminded every day. Yeah, bye.